Welcome to Tea with Me. My name is Dawn Hudgens, and I'm the Vice President of Service Delivery for ILTA. And I have with me today Leigh Isaacs. Leigh, welcome. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me with you, Dawn. Appreciate it.
So tell us just a little bit about yourself, where you work, what you do. If you feel comfortable talking about your family, that's okay too. Just tell us anything about yourself that you'd like to share.
I currently work for Proskauer Rose. I'm going to be making a change in the coming couple of weeks, so that'll be exciting, something new. But I've been in the law firm arena for my entire career, so about 30 plus years. I made my foray kind of accidentally into records management back in 2002. And little did I know, information governance wasn't even a thing then. And I want to talk about that a little bit more later, but the kind of the experiment that I decided to take on, little did I know it would become an amazing career. As far as my family info, my husband and I celebrated 25 years of marriage this year. Of course, we had plans. We wanted to go and, do something extra special. But I told him we still have through our anniversaries in November. So maybe we can do something in the fall and we can still count it as our 25th year. And I have two amazing sons. The oldest is 29 and just got married in September. So I also got a beautiful daughter-in-law, and my youngest is 22. And when I'm not working, I still can't sit still. So variety of hobbies. I like to thrift store shop and do furniture makeovers and that sort of thing. But this year, the pandemic actually pushed me over the finish line to publish my first cookbook, which is something that I've wanted to do for years. So that's kind of a little bit of a snippet of me all the way around.
Oh, that's exciting though. Very good. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
So there have been a lot of roads probably to take you to where you are right now in your career. As you have gone along on this journey, who along your journey has left a lasting impact on your life? How have they improved you or offered you opportunity, challenged the landscape in which you live or work? And what does that mean for you going forward?
Yeah, I was thinking about this one, and there's not any one person that comes to mind. There's so many people that I think have played a hugely influential part in kind of my own development and my own career path. I think if I had to go back and I think I had a couple of pivotal moments, but I think as it pertains to what I'm currently doing, that moment was what I was with Heller Ehrman. It was the early 2000s, and I was working for one of their local branches as an office administrator. So I was kind of doing the generalist type role, and variety of reasons that office closed. And as I was starting to panic about I need to find another job, the firm said, you know what, we don't want to lose you. We don't know what we're going to do with you. But if you'd be willing to work with us, then, we want to work with you. So I was very appreciative for that. But in the context of that, I had opportunity to work closely with the firm's CIO, Robert Meadows, who I think that even though he might have in the back been a silent supporter, he was hugely influential because he took a chance on me. He knew of my work ethic. He knew what I was able to do elsewhere. But when I, ended up in that new opportunity there, I had no clue what I was doing. And he had the confidence in me that I would figure it out. And then just continued to support me from there. And a lot of it too, learned by example, and for a variety of things. So that was very pivotal. But I think, in every firm that I've worked, there have been people internally that have influenced me. And what I've also learned is that there's a lot to be learned in some of those that you may not, because we all work with different personalities, but those who, we may feel are difficult, or, there's certain things that if you're looking at it through the right lens, you can get benefit from that as well. And so, I like to think too that I'm able to learn from any relationship that I have.
Excellent. So what do you think are the key attributes that takes for one to be a trailblazer? That's something we talk a lot about, people who leave legacies and are blazing trails to their career. What are some of the key attributes that one has to pull from deep inside to make that happen?
Yeah, so, I was thinking about this one too, and I can kind of elaborate on these, and I could probably make a really long list, but I came up with 7 things, I think, or that would be what I feel are key attributes. One is passion. I think that whatever it is that you are doing, you need to be passionate about it. And I'm sure that, with anything that we do, there are those parts that just aren't that much fun, but you need to remember and stay connected in with that thing that makes you drive, that makes you want to get up in the morning. Um, I would say another attribute would be kind of a strong core, a strong constitution. As you're navigating your career, you get knocked down a lot. There's a lot of things that go right, a lot of things that don't go right, a lot of things, at least in my personal experience, that on its face, you think, how am I ever going to come out on the other side of whatever this thing might be? But just kind of staying true to yourself and being able to navigate through those hard times that happen. I also think a willingness to engage with others. So that's not necessarily, I guess, something that is internal, but you hear a lot now about needing your tribe, and I think that that's really important, because when those things do get hard, you're questioning whether you're going the right way or not. You've got the strength, I guess, to make yourself vulnerable and engage with other people to get that support and to refill your cup. I think humility also is a key attribute. So having a good sense of yourself, not taking yourself too seriously, being willing to let others take the credit for things, admit when things don't go well, and commit to, addressing it to the extent that you can. Resilience, back to the point I made about with things, not going well, or things just being hard. And I think anything, really worth having, has a bit of difficulty to it. But to be able to kind of, as you get knocked down, you dust yourself up, get yourself out, back into the race. And 2 more, I think, just awareness. If you want to be a trailblazer, I think you need to have a general understanding of what's going on within you, around you, because all of those things kind of really influence, I think, even timing for certain things. Because what might be good to do today might not be good in 6 months from now. And then I think lastly is courage. I'm probably going to mess up the quote, but something along the lines of, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to move forward in spite of it. And I know that's not quite right, but that kind of gets the gist of it. And so I do think that you need to have a certain level of courage, and there'll be times when you kind of feel like it's a fake it till you make it. And again, that's where tapping into the courage can kind of help you keep going.
So as you work with your colleagues and mentoring, do you have a personal philosophy or a personal quote or mantra that you kind of live by?
Yeah, as it relates to mentoring, I don't know that I have necessarily a specific philosophy. I do believe in just helping one another, paying it forward, and that goes from a professional standpoint and a personal standpoint. I think regardless of what you do or where you are in life, and how long you've been doing what you do, we can all benefit from having a mentor. I've been doing this, like I said, for over 30 plus years, and I appreciate the mentorship, that I get from other very wise people. I think if there's a favorite quote, I do a lot of favorite quotes, but I think John Maxwell speaks to a lot of this as well. One of the greatest values of mentors is the ability to see ahead what others cannot see and help them navigate a course to their destination. If I think back over that story that I told you when I was at Heller, there were traits in me that obviously my former boss saw that I didn't fully appreciate myself. And so being able to be in tune to that and help grow it and develop it and bring it out, I think is so important and so impactful. And I guess one more point to a philosophy would be, you know, pay it forward and leave the world and the people in it in a better place because of you. And I tend to apply that, or I try my best to apply that to my professional and my personal life.
Yeah. That's actually a great thing to leave out on. Typically, I'll ask another question of one phrase that you would share with others, but that is such a great one. That's a great way to leave that. Leigh, thank you so much for coming on Tea with me, and I hope to see you again. Hope to see you again real soon. Thank you.